All right, let's dive in. We're breaking down how to turn those super nerve-wracking first encounters at university into actual genuine connections. We've boiled all the advice down into a simple guide, so let's get right to it.
Okay, first things first, let's just admit it. Walking onto a brand new campus, seeing literally thousands of new faces, yeah, it's intimidating. But here's the most important thing you need to remember. Starting a conversation is a skill you can learn. It is not some kind of magic talent that you're either born with or you're not.
So where do we even begin? Well, you might be surprised to hear that a great conversation actually starts before you even say a single word. It all comes down to what's going on in your head and what your body is saying.
Seriously, before you even think about your opening line, you gotta check in with your mindset. Why? Because people are pretty good at picking up on your vibe before you even open your mouth. If you go into an interaction hoping for the best, you just naturally give off this quiet confidence that makes everyone around you feel way more comfortable.
Think of it this way. Your body is sending out signals all the time. It's so easy to accidentally put up a big Do Not Disturb sign just by crossing your arms or staring down at your phone. But a tiny shift, like just uncrossing your arms or offering a quick warm smile to someone who catches your eye, completely flips the script. It's like putting out a nonverbal welcome mat.
Okay, so you've got the right mindset. Your body language is open and friendly. Now comes the part that everybody dreads, actually breaking that initial silence. But don't worry, there is a simple, repeatable formula for this.
Look, forget about trying to come up with some perfect, hilarious opening line. It's just too much pressure. The real key is this super simple three-part combo: a friendly hello, a genuine observation, and an open-ended question. So, for example, instead of just asking, "Is this seat taken?" you could try, "Hey, I love your laptop sticker. Where'd you get it?" See? That last part invites a story, not just a simple yes or no.
So you've broken the ice. Amazing. But now, how do you keep the conversation from just fizzling out? Well, this is where the biggest secret of all comes in. Your goal isn't to be the most interesting person there, it's to be the most interested.
This is all about what people call active listening. But really, all it means is giving the other person your full attention. You're not just waiting for your turn to talk or thinking about what you're going to say next. When you actually listen and respond to what they've said, you're sending a powerful message. I hear you, and what you're saying matters. That's the bedrock of any real connection.
Now, if you want to take that connection a little deeper, here are two total game changers. First, try to find some common ground. You're in the same brutal chemistry class. You both love that coffee shop on campus. And second, don't be afraid to share a short, relatable story about yourself. When you open up just a little bit, it makes it so much easier for them to do the same.
All right, let's talk about how to stick the landing. Because when a conversation ends, it usually goes one of two ways, right? Either you get a polite "no thanks," or you have a great chat that you want to continue later.
This is so important to get. If someone doesn't seem into chatting, please don't take it personally. It is almost never about you. They could be late for class, totally stressed about an exam, or just having a terrible day. The most confident, cool thing you can do is just smile, say no worries, and give them their space.
Okay, but what if the conversation went really well? Don't let that great energy just disappear. A super simple follow-up message later on, something like, "Hey, it was really nice talking with you in the library today." That is the bridge. That's what turns a one-time chat into a real potential friendship.
So as we wrap things up here, this is probably the most empowering thing to remember out of all of this. Getting good at conversation isn't magic. It's a skill. And, just like learning an instrument or playing a sport, the only way you get better is with practice.
So, here's your challenge. Don't put all this pressure on yourself to become some social expert overnight. Just focus on this one tiny, totally achievable goal. This week, start one new, totally achievable conversation using these steps. That's it, just one. You can do that.
And that really brings us to our final thought. This stuff isn't just theory, right? It's a prompt for you to take these tools and use them like today. Because every single person you pass by is a new opportunity. An opportunity for growth, for learning something new, and for a real human connection. So who's it going to be?